Good morning, everyone.
I'm very happy to welcome you all on this online platform. I hope you all are fine and happy with your family and following your parents too. Previous year when we have started our classes, we have clear information about our books, but now maybe little bit confusion you are having regarding your books. So I'll clear this confusion that we are following the same book which we followed previous year. For class 8 we are having this book for literature, that is English Trail of Edward publication. In this book there are 18 chapters that is divided in 3 semesters. It means that in each semester we have to complete 6 chapters, and after completing 6 chapters we'll proceed further work. Now the first chapter in this book is television. Television is one of the most famous poem of Roald Dahl. Now he has written, but before explaining anything about the chapter television, I request to each and everyone, those who are watching, that please keep one notebook and pen with you, and if you are having any doubt, any confusion regarding any term which I'll tell you, so you will note down that point, and later when school will reopen, we'll together solve that problem. Now the name of the poem is here, that is television. In this television, the poet Roald Dahl. First of all, a few things I'll clear about that poem and that prose. Both are part of only literature, and as we are going to deal with literature, so little bit information we must have to know about literature also. As we believe that written and oral material which we are getting in the form of books, in the form of novel, in the form of drama, in the form of short story, these all are part of our literature only. Literature is a mirror only. With the help of that, it is expressing what are the things is happening in our society. That can be anything. For example, maybe that any wrong thing is going on in the society, so any writer, they have written a clear thing about that particular wrong thing, and maybe that any good thing is going on, so the writer or maybe the author, they also explain the beauty of that work, or maybe the beauty of the nature is explained by anyone. For example, we are having a different writer from foreign country also, from India also. For example, in Hindi, Munshi Premchand, Bhartendu Harishchand, they have written too many novels and stories. With the help of that, we are getting a clear information about our society, about our day-to-day life, and we can learn too many things from that. And as the same way, John Milton, he has also written too many things about nature. William Shakespeare, father of English poetry, and many other writers, they are also given a clear information. So simply literature means the thing that is going on around our society, about that a clear information they will give, and that will be beneficial for us. So that is only a literature. If simply as a class 8 student we want to know what is literature, so literature is written material, suppose that anything you are getting in your life, so that can be maybe fruitful as per your view. So that material you can write on piece of paper, you can give to somewhere, so that can be published anywhere, and thereafter people, they will get benefit of that. They can get any motivational thing. So these all thing is a part of only literature, and in literature we can get novel also, drama also, short stories and poetry. Too many things are there. When we used to read the short stories, so for short story we are having a number of paragraph, and that paragraph, when it is associated, it is together form a story. As the same way, when we are studying any poem, so the lines of the poem are known as stanza. We consider it as a stanza. So this entire poem television, it is written in stanza. And now I'll tell you the clear thing about this particular poem. And before telling anything about the poem, few things that is necessary that you must know about the poet only. So it is written by Roald Dahl. He is a British prolific modern English poet. Why he is a prolific poet? Because the reason behind prolific, you have seen that in your family, your father, he is having a talent that he can execute multi things. For example, he can manage the family also, he can see the job also without having any hindrance, and he can also give you affection, give you a kind of care and understand his responsibility, and as per that responsibility he perform different type of tasks. So as the same way, the prolific means giving you a different fruit in different sector. So the Roald Dahl, as a prolific writer, he has written for each and everyone, for us also, for children also, for old age people also, and their written material are short stories, novel, and poem, and too many other things were also there, and that is giving benefit from many decades, and now in future it will also give. That is why he is considered as a prolific modern writer, and because of his work he is famous in children also. That is why he is known as the poet of children, and that is why he has expressed his feeling towards television, and he contained all the things which he experienced in his life of television. And now he is also expressing in this poem that instead of watching television, the students or children has to see only the books, because if you are reading the books, so reading the books will give you a deeper level of knowledge and a new word that can fulfill your dream, that can make your life can be full of content, and in your life, because of books, you can change many things, because characters are there in all the books. That character makes your life, and these characters are only the motivating factor for this society also. And we have seen that a different character in different story plays different role. That characters only motivate the people. Earlier in our means maybe that 5 or 6 years before or 1 decade before, we used to read comics, and that comics was famous in each and every places. But nowadays people, they are sitting and gapping in front of the television only. So he experienced this all the thing. On experience of that, he expressed that why in place of television people has to give chance. It means that parents has to give chance to the student, that to the children, that they watch the television, they watch the book only, and they read the book only, because that book can give too many things in their life. Now he also expressed this thing, if you are watching the television, so watching the television means you are killing the brain of children. Killing the brain of children means the idiot box, means that television only robbing the mind of the student, killing the imaginative power of the children, and making them hypnotized. It means that the children, they will feel that whatever the things we are watching in the television, that is only real, and what we are getting in our real life, that is not real. So they are having this faith. That is why he expressed that install a bookshelf, keep a new books that will open a new world for you. So these all thing is only mentioned. And now line by line will read the poem, and after reading the poem will understand the clear-cut information, clear-cut deepness of Roald Dahl that he wants to explain or reveal. So see line by line in this poem what is written here. Now, as we know that this poem is very interesting, so with this, one more important thing also, when we'll start this poem, so we'll see approx 100 lines are there in original text, but now you will get only 60, more than 60, it means that 70 or 80 lines you will get to read in this poem. And if we talk about the language and the form of the poem, so it's very simple. The writer has explained it very simple way, and when you will read this one, so without having any problem you will understand this all the thing. And now next important thing, he has also used some places capital letter. And do you know why this capital letter is utilized in the poem? In the poem, capital letter is utilized to emphasize, or sometimes when undesired activity is going on around him that is not good, in consequence of watching television, so he show his anger with the help of that particular capitalized word. So when you will see this one, so you will understand. Now see line by line what is written in this poem, thereafter will understand. Maybe that you are having confusion that from where I'll get this all the written material. So simply you can Google it, the television by Roald Dahl. You will get all the text of this poem, and you will not get any kind of confusion. See, but I'm reading for you. Simply you watch and listen carefully. The most important thing we have learned so far as children are concerned is never let them near your television set, or better still, just don't install the idiotic thing at all. Actually, this poem from starting to last approx 74 lines, this is continuous flow of information. There is no division of a stanza. But for the purpose of understanding only, I am dividing it in simple form that you can understand it clearly. See, in the first line it is given here, the most important thing we have learned. It means that he explained the most important thing in this poem that we have learned so far as children are concerned, that is associated or that is directly concerned with the children, that is never, and thereafter 2 times in capital letter he used never let them near your television set. It means that he explained that you do not give chance to children that they sit, or to the baby, to the young one, that they sit near the television set. Or suppose that he also explained this thing, better do not install that set. If you are installing that set, 100% possibility is there. Children are there, they will go, they will watch the television, and we cannot ignore. Maybe we can be angry, maybe we are having different emotion, we can tell anything. So if we are not installing it, so there will be no any confusion, there will be no any problem. That is why he is advising that no need to install the television at home. In place of that, you can install any other thing, that we'll see. Now, this is about the first stanza. Now after this one, the second stanza is here. In almost every houses we have watched them gaping at a screen. They loll and slope and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. Last week in someone's place, we saw a dozen eyeball on the floor. This is about the second stanza here only. So in second stanza, the first line is given here. In almost every houses we have been. It means that when the poet is visiting one house to another house, so what he saw, that he is explaining here. We have watched them gaping at the screen. We have watched them gaping at the screen. It means that all the children, gaping means, them means what here? Them means that children only. They are gaping. Gaping means they are watching the screen only continuously. Now next line, they loll and slope and launch about. Loll, slope and launch. These 3 words that is directly associated with laziness. You have seen that when you are watching television, I am watching television, anyone is watching television. So after watching television, maybe after 2 or 3 hours, our entire body will become tired. So what happened? As the same with the children, they also feel tired. Means they are feeling tiredness, and because of that tiredness, when they are sitting, so their means body posture, it is explaining they are lazy. And maybe if they are sitting, so they are also means we can assume simply that they are lazy. It means that laziness is expressed with the help of these 3 words here. Now, and stare until their eyes pop out. Stare until their eyes pop out. These 2 eyes, it is continuously focused toward the television only, and they are watching, still they are tired. And after this, they are only gazing that one. They do not want to away from that place only. That is why he is expressing. He is the writer only giving the particular real exhibition of whatever he experienced there. Now it is given in bracket here. Last week in someone's place, we saw a dozen eyeball on the floor. We saw means he and maybe his friend also. Few friends were also, they together went and visit as the same way. While lockdown we cannot go anywhere, but when we are free, so we can visit our uncle house. So when we go there, so we observe too many things. As the same way, the writer also went there and observed that all the students, dozen of people, they are watching the television, and they are watching till their eyes are tired. It means that after the tired also they are watching. They are not willing to go away from that place. So he is expressing this thing. Now, next one, they sit and stare and stare and sit. Again, they sit means the children, they are sitting there, they are staring. Again and again they are observing only. And this observation is to look after that serial, to look after that cartoon, to look after that movies only. They are interested in that. See, the power of interest only. It means their eyes become lazy, their eyes become tired, but they are not tired. Why? Because they are interested in this activity. So he also expressed this thing. Now, until they are hypnotized by it. They are hypnotized by it means when they are watching the television, so all the program that is running in the television, they are watching, that is only real. The television is running their brain. It means the television is controlling their brain, and with the help of that they are moving only. What they are watching in the television, they are feeling that is only real thing, and the rest, all the real world, that is nothing for them. So he expressed this thing in a real way. Now, until they are absolutely drunk. Drunk means, the word drunk here you know very well way. When the people they drink something, so after drinking, people will be always under the control of that wine, under the control of that liquor, and their brain and their body, that will not continue as they want. So as the same way, watching the television is what? A non-living thing, but that non-living thing making the living object, making the children only that what the serial is expressing, what the channel is telling, that you will see. It means that passively you will perform your work. You will not perform, you will see only. You are not able to take active decision from your mind, from your brain. But meanwhile, that suppose that if you are playing somewhere, so actively you are using your brain. But here you are watching everything. But the sense organ that you are having, that is gift of God, that is not proceeding, that is not communicating to your body and brain. That is why he is telling that it is the children's, they are watching passively all the serials, and they are absolutely drunk by it. It means that they are absorbed by it, all the serials and all the things. Now, with all that shocking ghastly junk, second most strong adjective he used here, all the thing which they are watching is ghastly junk. It means that the poet express here, the thing they are watching, that is a junk. And this junk is what? Ghastly junk. And before that he used that a television is an idiotic box. So that idiotic box means what? This box means that also a strong adjective that is expressing that particular box is making idiot to all the children. To the people who is watching the television excessively, they are under the control of that television. So he expressed this thing with the help of that. So two words, one is idiotic box and second is ghastly junk. This two is a strong adjective that is used by the poet. When you will write the answer, while writing this answer you will use these all kind of word in writing your answer. Now in third stanza we'll see, oh yes, we know it keeps them still, they don't climb out the windowsill, they never fight or kick or punch, They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. Now what happened? Again in these 5 lines, a very beautiful message that poet has conveyed to the parents only. In regard of parents, he expressed this message that how smartly or beautifully the parents also arrange that idiotic box at home. We have seen that when the children, they are watching the television, so while watching the television, children, they never fight each other, they never pinch to anyone, they never pinch to the parents also. It means that if parents, they are busy in their work, so children, they will never go there, and after going there they will disturb to the parents, because parents have their own work also. They are having different tasks, and by that task they are busy, so they use this television, that if they are watching the television, so they will be safe there, they will perform their work. So this beauty the poet explained in this way here. And now after this, what happened? The poet is asking few questions, that but did you ever stop to think, to wonder just exactly what? This goes to our beloved God. It means that the poet now express here ask question that you have got a chance by installing only that television set. You are free, that no one will come to you and no one will ask to you that you tell me, please tell me this maths homework, or please tell me that science work, that I'm having this problem. So now you will not get confused with that, you will be free. Means the poet is expressing about the parents only, that parents will be simply free to perform their work. But poet asks here that do you think your taught means that tiny one, that children one, what they are getting from the real world, what they are getting from you, is it really means that idiotic box is giving nourishment to the children, or you are responsible to give the nourishment to the children? So he criticized to the parents only, that do you feel that after giving birth, that is enough? That means we have to hand over our children for that idiotic box, and maybe different stuffs also we are having to handle our children. So he expressed how nicely and beautifully to criticize, to think about that you just one time think that really is it a good thing that you are doing for the sake of your own work. So he expressed this thing. And now after this line, see what happened. Few things he has written here, completely 6 to 7 lines are there. That 7 lines are completely in capital letter, and he expressed a very powerful feelings here. See what is written. It rots the sense in the head. Exclamation mark. It's mean that is strong feeling. It kills imagination dead. Again exclamation mark. It clogs and clutters up the mind. Again exclamation mark. It makes a child so dull and blind. He can no longer understand a fantasy, a fairyland. Now first of all we'll finish till here. We'll see, we'll try to understand this one. See, it rots the sense of the head. Here it is given it rot. It, the word it is here for television only. It means that television is rotting. What? The sense of the head only. See, this brain is a very beautiful part that is designed by the great architecture of the universe, that is our God. So he designed in such a way by giving you sense organ, and that sense organ if you are using in a real world, so that can be too much powerful. So what happened here, he explained it rots the sense in the head. Rots means rot, you have seen that when the iron is there, so that iron can the rotting of the iron. As the same way, the sense organ means killing of the sense organ. That sense organ which you are having, which you are controlling from your brain only, so that sense organ is rotting with the help of only the television, because all the things that children are watching, they are feeling that it's a real only. They are not using their brain. That is why it is expressing. Now the second line, it kills imagination dead. It means here we are getting this information also, that what are the things that that an idiotic box, it means television, can kill, and how that box is really means killing the brain of our children. That we have to think about. That is very serious. It is given in comic style, but really it is very imaginative. It is very means effective and a strong feeling in that it is given. See, it kills imagination dead. It means that we are having imagination. The word imagination, it is directly associated with our poetry. Poetry is also, that means giving imagination. So a children means maybe that I am here, you are here, different people are here. They are having a power of imagination, and that is given by the God only, that whatever you want to think, you can imagine, you can think about that beautiful word. And because of imagination, a number of things can be possible. In class 7th, one chapter give us a role model. In that, APJ Abdul Kalam express that really means entire human being, if we talk, so the children's, they are having the most powerful brain. He expressed in that chapter, it is means a line by line, means that one line can take 1 day to complete, but it will not execute. How nicely he has written there, he expressed there. He expressed only this thing, that APJ Abdul Kalam, when he visit different places, he got that the most powerful brain we are having, means the children were having, all the children. So now it is given here, that means if we compare here, so now it kills the imagination, means by watching the television, means we the parents are inviting our children, inviting our student, that you kill your imagination. And if you kill your imagination, so what can be? The universe, the waiting for that youth only. That we are saying that we are means the country where a number of youth are there, but number of televisions also there. So that television, what it is doing for our children, so that we have to also consider here. Now the third important thing, it clogs and clutter up the minds. It means that a movement, means making the brain of each and every individual, those who are watching that television, more than need. So their brain is what? Filled with untidy tasks, untidy stuff only. And that untidy stuff, they felt that it is only real. It is the only best one that can deliver, that can give you too many things. And they are feeling that this one is the best only. Now next one, it makes a child so dull and blind. And because of that, what happened? It makes only, means television makes only a child dull and blind. Why dull and blind? Because watching television continuous, it is a habit, that with the help of this habit, you will watch the television continuously, and day to day you are performing this work. So that will be in your habit, and you will become lazy. Your all the task in future, that will be also lazy. That is why he explained this thing, that you have to be ready to think about that. And this is not the responsibility of the children only. This is the responsibility of all the mature one. For example, the parents, the society member, all the people. We have to think about that. He has given the kind of awareness with the help of this text only. Now, and he can no longer understand a fantasy of fairyland. It means that, suppose that, how will you understand the fairyland? How will you understand the universe? The universe, a nature which we are having a different types of beauty around us. But how we can understand, how we can imagine that beauty? When we'll go and interact with the another place, then we can understand, then we can get too many things. But we are not getting outside. So how natural beauty we can get? Naturally, how we can interact? So that is why he explained here that a fairyland, an entire universe, if you want to see the creation of the God, so you have to go outside, you have to see these all the thing, and by seeing this thing, in future you will get too many things that you cannot get with the help of television only. So he expressed this thing. Now next one, here, after this, the last line, it is written here, he cannot think, he only sees. He cannot think, he only sees. It means what? It means that if any children or any person, those who are watching the television, they can only see. It means passively they will work there. It means their sense organ that will not actively participate. And for the participation of this is very important that you must have to engage in real world. And after this you can get too many things from the universe only. So he expressed this thing. So these all, that capital letter, it express very powerful feeling towards the children only, because children are the future of our nation, and if we are not giving shape them, so there can be problem. That is why he explained this all the thing in this way. And now after finishing this one, another stanza. All right, you will cry, all right, you will say, but if we take the set away, we do to entertain our darling children, please explain. Now after this, here that four lines, within that 4 line, it is given, it is a kind of you can say request or argument only from the side of the parents, that all right, no problem. Okay, you are saying, the poet is explaining that no need to give a chance to them that they can watch the television. Instead of that television, they have to read the book. But now the parents explain this thing, all right, no problem, we are doing this thing. You will cry, all right, you will say. But if we take the set away, suppose that the idiotic box which we are having, we are throwing it, we are keeping away from our home. So now how we will care our children, how we will give a kind of entertainment to our children? This is the biggest question which we are having. How will solve this answer? So for solving this answer, do you have anything? Do you have any way by that we can entertain our children? He expressed this thing in a real way. So that was the argument that happened between the poet and the parents only. Now the next line is given here. We will answer this by asking you what use the darling ones to do. How use they keep themselves contented before this monster was invented. Have you forgotten? Don't you know? Now again the question parent is asking here. Suppose that you are telling that we have to keep the set away from this place, and if we are keeping that, so we cannot give any kind of entertainment to our children. So this is the biggest problem in front of us also. So now he explained, do you know that when we are not having this television, it means that when we are not having, the invention of television was not there. So how we are giving entertainment to our children's nowadays, on ancient time, while the previous time, the days when we don't have the television and that all, we have given. And the same thing that I am telling you, in that line it is given here, that before this monster was invented, have you forgotten? Don't you know? We will say it very loud and slow. Till here we have finished. They used, in capital letter it is written, they used to read. They had read and read and read and read and then proceed to read some more. Great Scott, Gorgeous. One half their lives was reading books. The nursery shelves held books galore. Books cluttered up the nursery floor and in the bedroom by the bed. Now, he also, with the help of these 3 or 4 lines, he expressed few more points. Among that, this the line they used to, in that they used to read. They used to read, this is in capital letter. It means that again he is angry and he is expressing that the children of that time, they were reading the book, and by reading the book they are only getting the message, they are getting the real meaning of the life, they are getting the real content. From there they can discover new word, they can discover the new things from the entire world. So while that time their work was only reading, their work was only reading such a book that gives the moral values, that give the such a character, in that character a motivational things also included. So it was written there. Now he also explained that we are having different writer, and they have written the book, and in that book different characters were there. With the life of their characters we are getting benefit. Now he explained that a poet great Scott Gajokes, so in that fairy tales was there, as I believe. So in that it was written one half their lives was reading books, and few people they were reading the books only, they were busy in reading that book only. And now they are also having the nursery books means a different poems, a different moral values book, a different things that can really inspire the life of that one, the young one, that tiny tot. So it was written there, and it was not only one or two, entire self was full with that. So I am expressing you, means with the help of that poem only, the writer explained this thing, that if you are having the book, and with the help of that book if you are reading, so there is no use to watch the television, there is no use of this kind of idiotic books, and this reading only can make the life of all the children's very beautiful, and it will contain the life of the children's, and there will be the meaning, the new door will open for the children. So it was written, it was mentioned here only. Now next one, it is given here, more books were waiting to be read. Now we are having many books, only not one or two books, we are having different types of books, and the topic will be different, and with the help of that topic you will get a message, that message will empower you, that message will make your life only. So he expressed to read the book only. Such a wondrous fine fantastic tales of dragon, gypsies, queens and wells, and treasure isles and distant shore, where smugglers rode and muffled oars, and pirates wearing purple pants. It means that he is expressing that you will get such a book. In that book, this is beyond the limit, beyond your thinking only there, and you will get such a fantastic tales, that tells having dragon story, gypsies, queens, well, and different means ancient monster, robbers, so smugglers, these all kind of character you will get, and how thrilling the life was there, and how means full of mystery, these all the things were there. So after reading the books only, after reading that content, you will get a kind of a mystery, because of that imagination, your skill, your sense of humor, your means all the sense organ that will work, and in future that will open for you a new life. Now it is also given, and cannibal couching around the pot. Cannibal couching, the word cannibal here, the person who eats human being. So the story related with that, it is also there. Staring away at something hot, and this was staring around the entire world. It smells so good. What can be good, gracious its penny look. Now the different book also that gives you a different thought, and it explain you the meaning of the real word only. And we have seen that the story of cannibal was there. Cannibal means those who eats human being. So this story was there, and now in that we have seen that different poets were there, and different writers were there. They create such a character. With the help of that character, the means children of ancient time, they are reading the books, and they are motivating from the life of that characters only. So as the same way, few characters are mentioned here that will give you, if you are having time, so you go through with that book, and thereafter you will get really means such a fantastic story, or such a motivational character that reveal the ancient life, that reveal the ancient culture, the culture, economical things, the way how the people they are tackling with the problem. So these all the things you can get with the help of that story. If you are having time, so please read this book, and this is a very perfect time to read, to know about our ancient thing, instead of watching that television. That I am requesting from myself to you. Now next one, that the younger ones had bad trick spotter. The younger ones, if they wants to read any book, so they are having a very nice book of Beatrix Potter. You can read the book of that Beatrix Potter. Now next one, with Mr. Todd and Dirty Daughter. With Mr. Todd and Dirty Daughter, they have written too many stories, too many books, and from there you can also get a new ideas, new way of tackling and how the situation is happening, and thereafter they are dealing with the situation. And now the next one, and Squirrel Nutkin, and this is only famous to collect the nut only. That squirrel is famous for this. So in that you can get the idea that how squirrel is dealing her life. Now Pigling Band, a boring young pig. Okay, the life story of this pig was mentioned there. And Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, and just how the camel got his ham. So these are the books also, that Tiggy Winkle, affectionate old lady. That old lady also express few things about her life. So when you are reading these books, so these books will open only the different path, open the different views that you can think, you can imagine, you can use your sense organ. So the poet wants to express only with the help of that books you can get new ideas. Now few more books are there in that series only. And How the Monkey Lost His Rum. This is also one book. And Mr. Toad and Bless Mr. Soul, there is Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole, two characters are there. That character's life you can also understand by reading the book. But when you can do this all the thing? You can do this all the thing when you are having time. And you find out time, how you are finding the time for watching the television. As the same way you find out the time for reading the books only. By reading the books, one famous writer, his name is Francis Bacon. He explained about reading the books only. When the people they read the books, so by reading books they get different word, and while making communication, that different word you can utilize in your daily life, and that's only make the person handsome, that only makes the girls beautiful only. And with the help of that you can nourish yourself, because for nourishment of a brain we need to read only. If you are passive by watching television, so you cannot get success in your life. So this is very important, with the help of the poet only, that in our day-to-day life we have to engage by reading the books, and reading the books will open a deeper level of understanding. That will only make your life. Now next thing, oh books, what books they used to know, those children living long ago. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go through your TV set, and it is a place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. Now what is given here? It is given here. Now at the final line, the final stanza is only expressing few things about the particular poem. That in entire poem till now, whatever we have done, in that you have seen only that the poet is requesting, is begging you only, instead of watching television, if you install a bookshelf on different topics, on different values, on different ideas, vision we are having, science we are having, technology we are having, a different moral values book, and where your interests are there. In that I already explained about the importance of interest, how the children they are having the interest, that is why they are gapping in front of the screen, in front of the TV channel only. Why they are doing? Because they are having interest and their eyes are completely tired. But after this they are ready to see. So that is power of your interest. So you develop your interest in reading the book. That particular writer, that Roald Dahl, want to express only. And he is begging that, he is requesting to all the parents that you only, the person and the society member, they can only express, they can motivate to the children that they read the book instead of watching the television. So this was mentioned in entire poem, and I explained you this all the poem from starting to last, and I already explained that approx 100 line you will get as a original text, but now here you are getting only 74 line. So in these lines, it is not necessary that when you read this all, when you see the entire session in one time, so you can understand everything. that can be when you will repeat again and again, then you will understand the value. For doing this thing, I am giving you some way by that you can get. First of all, you will find out the text from the Google only, because you are not having the book. So you will type that television by Roald Dahl. From there you can find out all the text, and by getting that text, what you will do, that 74 or 75 line, that you will try to read 2 or 3 times. Read aloud, try to understand, means without any interruption, because the poet has written all the thing from starting to last without any division. So at the same way, you read 2 or 3 times, and when you will read, so you will understand the value automatically of the writer, what writer wants to explain, what writer wants to say. So this is my humble request, that you do this thing in your weekend, or in your just now you are having a good time, that you can do, and you can discuss also this one, and that discussion will give you a kind of clarity, a kind of awareness, and it will be beneficial. So till now we have completed our text only, that all the stanza of 74 line. In our next session we'll come to know about the summary of this entire television chapter. Thereafter few extract are there, that extract will also do, and after doing the extract will come to the question answer, and one important thing, that figure of speech, in that it is also mentioned. So I'll tell you in next session that figure of speech, that extract question, and the remaining one. But before that, I am requesting to you that you read 2 or 3 times. You please write down the entire text, and if you are having any problem, so no issue, you can Google it, you can find out from there, but read 2 or 3 times. And when I'll come in next session, so while that I'll explain, I'll revise one time first of all, thereafter we'll start another thing. So this was related with that only. And now I am very happy that you all patiently listen this all the thing, and we'll hope to meet in next session. Thank you so much. Stay happy and healthy. Thank you.